Welcome to Just Listen and a review of album Don't Look Down by jazz tenor saxophonist Ken Fowser. The Positone record label is not a stranger to many jazz fans around the world. Its steady output of excellent albums stretches since 1995 and they have many great musicians on the roster. Ken Fowser recorded this hard-swinging album for Positone in 2018, mostly known for several collaborations with vibraphonist Ben Gilles, fantastic musician. Check him out also if you have time. He's another Positone artist. This album, Don't Look Down, is a quintet with Josh Bruneau on trumpet, Rick Germanson on piano and Paul Gill on bass and Joe Strasser on drums. The music in this album sounds fresh, modern. I wouldn't call it urban as it associates with the more commercial jazz sound. No, this sounds today but honoring the past. It's a hard bop without inventing the wheel. One could say that these things have been played already, but that would miss the point on what the great music is. A band playing so good, like they read each other's minds. Enjoying a good band playing a music that has already been played extends beyond jazz and can be applied to other kinds of music as well, of course. But let's stick with this album of Ken Fowser and his four bandmates. Each track shows them in tight-knit formation. A rhythm is swift and firm, soloing is short and to the point. Performances are all around 4 to 5 minutes long. These guys don't test our patience. They play sharp and don't overstay their welcome. Something I really appreciate, playing with dense content without 5-minute long solos during which other musicians fall asleep. Overall, the music is throughout the album uplifting and emotionally engaging, through mostly faster performances. Ken Fowser has recorded 8 or 9 albums for Positone, and he only recorded for that label thus far. I think I'm not mistaken that all compositions on this album have been written by Ken Fowser. Not a small feat in today's world of interpretations and versions and copycat music industry. Coming up, Shorter composition is a tribute to Wayne Shorter, a memorable tune written by Ken Fowser. Recording quality is solid, not audiophile level, but enjoyable nevertheless. Standing tall, his first album as a leader has spent 7 weeks at the top of Jazz Week radio chart. There are so many jazz tenor saxophonists, but I think Ken Fowser is among the top ones. Not so widely known as the others, mostly due to smaller label association, but he's young and we will see many more great albums from this New Yorker. Here is what Ken Fowser listens in his own time.
I always listen to a lot of bossa nova music. I love Antonio Carlos Jobim and Chico Buarque and Elis Regina. So I just got this album, Stan Getz album, Getz a Go-Go on vinyl, which I've never heard of. That's the other thing that's so interesting about this music is like been playing it for 15 years and I'm still discovering new albums that I've never heard of, like classic albums.
Trumpeter Josh Bruneau is obviously deeply influenced by great trumpeters of the past, such as Miles Davis, Clifford Brown, Lee Morgan, Freddie Hubbard. His playing is soulful and emotional, and it adds a lot of substance to Ken Fowser compositions and performances on this album. Tenorist Ken Fowser honors tradition in a way that is playful, easily listenable, but with swagger and ample energy. In an interview, Ken Fowser spoke about the difficulties of being leader of the band compared to being a sideman. He also emphasized how he would prefer to be valued as a composer rather than a player, since he spends a lot of time and effort into composing original music.
Wow, thinking about it as a piece of history, I try to do one album and then move on from it. I don't even like to play music that I recorded on the album, and everything is changing. I got very into composition. I almost feel like I would like to be known more as a composer than a player, and I feel like each year I've been putting out an album each year, and it's pretty much all original compositions. And I like to change my bands up. I feel like it inspires me to play in different ways. And it's tough being a leader. It's a little easier being a sideman. You just show up and you play. But you know, I put a lot of time and thought into these compositions, into the people that I play with, and I'm very fortunate that I have an opportunity to lead bands. It's really, and to record this music. It's really an honor.
We are certainly looking forward for new recordings from this promising hard bop sax player. I'll link to SONGWHIP in the description. Let you choose your preferred streaming services for this album. Thank you for watching.